EA Sports is proud to present today's PGA Tour coverage. Frank, a tranquil and beautiful setting with the Santa Rosa Mountains in the background, those crystal clear blue skies, but it can get pretty testy out on the golf course, can it?
If you get any sort of wind out there, Rich, the sky might be beautiful and blue today, but that wind, once especially the cross breeze, then this course has teeth. What a great shot.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Frank, you've been around this game for a pretty long time. Are players, in fact, more athletic today than they were, say, 20, 25 years ago?
There's no question, Rich, they are. That we've borrowed from other sports. If you can't make the player better, you can make them more athletic. And in the end, you're still making the golfer better.
Frank, what's the player facing now with this approach shot here at the first?
Well, Rich, that tee shot looked like a draw off the tee. The second shot, because of that bunker just short right of that green, suits a cut coming in here.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
Well, you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. -1 in the early going. For par. Drops it, and he's at even par. Frank, this is a nice-looking hole. Not long, only 371 yards, but challenging in its own way.
It is challenging. The best approach here really is a conservative tee shot to set up an aggressive second.
But this could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every...
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. I mean, that's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
Second shot now at the second hole. Has the putt, and now at -1. Just a tap in to finish the hole. To -2 early in the round. Frank, Pete Dye certainly gives you a variety of holes, and we see that. Granted, 3 par 4s to start, but each one with a different look.
They certainly are, Rich, and it's amazing what one good bunker will do. And the bunker I'm referring to is the one down the left side. It's about 285 yards to carry. It's the sort of bunker that keeps you honest. Ooh, nice little bounce forward. Should be close to 300, 290.
So, Frank, we know that the players petitioned back in the 80s to move the PGA Tour event away from PGA West. It's coming back in 2016. But what did Pete Dye say about golf courses being fair or unfair?
Well, he said it actually. He tried to say it with a chuckle, but he always said that golf's not a fair game. So why build a golf course that's fair?
Do you agree with that?
I do now. I think everything has to align itself together. When you looked at the equipment that the players were using, wooden drivers and balls that spun around, they had trouble on windy days. And these golf courses, they really were brutal. but I think now that the ball goes further, the introduction of the metal-headed driver, the utility clubs, all of those things have made these golf courses really come back into favor again. Look at what Jason Day did in 2015 at the PGA Championship at Whistling Straits on a Pete Dye golf course. That's how you have to play the game now. We have to embrace change.
How difficult is this golf course at PGA West? Well, it was ranked 8th on this year's Golf Digest, America's 20 toughest golf courses. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Nice, solid start to the round. Tee to green looks to be in command.
Yeah, it's surprising. I thought he might have been a little shaky out of the gate, but certainly proved me wrong.
So they'll tap in. So 2 under early on. First par 3 of the day. It is the 4th here at PGA West, sitting at just under 200 yards in the card. Well, you can hear it right off the center of the club face. This has a chance to be close. Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie.
There's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it. Second shot. Just when you think you're going to make birdie. Now, have to really concentrate on this and at least make par.
8-foot putt here. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
Settles in over the putt. That takes him to 1 under on the day. Putting a good round together now at 4 under. Well, here we are at the first par 5 of the day. The 5th, 535 yards. Frank, break it down.
It's called double trouble. Reason why, there's the lake on the tee shot on the left side, and then he's reversed it up there on the second shot. He put the lake on the right.
Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon. Oh, that's fine.
Frank, I have to say I've been impressed by the level of golf today. Really came out here with a solid game plan and executed.
Agreed. We've seen some great shots out there, and I'm excited to see how the rest of the round plays out.
Might go deep here into red numbers. And now the second shot here at this par 5. That was just a gutsy shot right there, and a good look at eagle coming up. Nice position, short grass, second shot. Good swing, good shot yet again. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Can't make it, Frank, if you don't hit it.
Hubert Green once said, 99% of putts left short don't go in. I don't know what happened to the other 1%, but...
And with that putt, he moves to 3 under. So a tester from 4 feet. Continues to amaze, yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Well, Frank, how about this 255-yard par 3 sixth?
Yeah, there's a bit of a bailout area, sort of short and left, but the only thing really going in the player's favour, it is a big green, 51 yards in depth. So if you want to sort of do the maths in reverse, 255, take away 50, 205 front, it doesn't sound as daunting.
Can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
Frank, this game will drive you crazy.
Yeah, you can do so many things right, and then just something so simple, completely wrong.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Getting set now over the putt. Keeps the momentum going with that putt. Stays at 3 under. We're at the 7th now, 346 yards with plenty of water on that right side. How do you handle this one, Frank?
You've got to pick a target there. A lot of people think when they're laying up off the tee, and that's exactly what this hole is. You just blaze away at something down the left side. But if you're going to pick a tree, don't just pick the tree. Pick a branch or a leaf. Be more specific.
Well, the tee shot has landed in the bunker. He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time. We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
Should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Digs in, ready for the bunker shot.
Yeah, second shot here. Just try and aim a little bit behind that ball, an inch or two.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. How about that? 4 under par.
Everybody loves them. Birdie on the card.
Now the second par 5 on this opening 9 here at PGA West. Frank, what are we looking at?
The bunker down the right side gives you that optical illusion because it sort of has that curvy edge to it, plus it sort of moves its way to that right side, and then you notice there's a bunker on the left that sneaks in on the left side. So this isn't just sort of blaze away off the tee. It still requires a good straight tee shot. If you do err a little bit, then you've got to be very cognizant of the bunkers up on the left side as you get closer to the green. Oh, if this is up, it's good.
Not the longest, but not bad. 295 yards in the fairway. We'll settle.
Getting set for another approach. Our featured golfer really looks dialed in at this point.
Yeah, right now this is a great feeling to have as a golfer. Your swing's good, the timing, it's almost like it's just completely natural. You don't have to think. The swing is exactly where you want it to be. So really you're just looking at the flag in front of you.
Just a bit offline.
Yeah, the hard work's coming up now, though. It's a long way away.
This is just a superb performance. Great round to this point, Frank, and you can really see that reflected in his mood today.
Yeah, it just looks too easy. Swinging the club beautifully. Ball's going exactly where he wants it to. He's not trying to take too many risks. So consequently, he's getting birdie opportunity after birdie opportunity.
Missed that one, and it is going towards the rough.
You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish, but, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
Yeah, that's a good putt right there. From that distance, he'll settle. Well, Frank, this is something we've seen more and more of in recent years, players just on the fringe.
Yeah, it's good to see. It shows he's thinking. You don't just have to grab the lob wedge, and that's it. Hybrid putt, you name it, whatever works.
Frank, at a 72-hole stroke play event, do you like birdie fests where, say, 28, 30 under par might win it, or do you like a good old-fashioned grind them out where you might be able to win the championship at, say, 7, 8 under par?
Yeah, I like the latter, really, because I think it tests the mental fortitude. Normally, if people are in the mid-20s under, the golf course is a little easier, it's a little more forgiving, greens are flatter and all that, and therefore, I'm not saying it's one-dimensional, but it's closer to that. When you have a good old barn brawn out there with the rough thick and bunkers are difficult and greens are fast and undulating, every part of your game is stressed to the limit. And, sort of 10 under, I always think, is like a really good litmus test for a great tournament.
Perfect. And in the hole. What a shot. And getting ready for the putt. How about 7 under par now? Frank, the ninth hole, a par 4 measuring 452 yards. This is no picnic.
This is the toughest tee shot on the front side. The easy way to bail out down the left side, it might appear that way off the tee, but then it becomes a zigzag hole where it's very easy to clock up something like a 6. The bunker down that right side, just 300 yards to get past that, but it's almost like he gives you an option there. If you do want to challenge that right side, the bunker just might save you from going in the water. But there's no question, the best drive is down the right, but it's the most dangerous one.
This could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it.
Frank, it's a nice walk to make down the fairway when you can see your golf ball right there in the middle.
Rich, there's an old saying, fairway first. There's another example. Hit it in the fairway, and the game becomes very straightforward.
Just a beautiful tee shot. Player really needs to be dialed in here. This approach shot is not easy by any stretch here at the ninth.
This is not heading in the right direction.
It looks like it's going to be in the rough. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Frank, the tee shot was certainly challenging, and this second shot is as well.
Yeah, both the tee shot and the second shot require you to come in from that left side. The green itself angles to the right a little bit. The trouble, as we know, is all on the right side. But this is one of those holes. You can see it on the tee and on the second shot. If you ride a 4 down, you're happy.
This has really been a challenge all day long with these winds coming from different directions, changing speeds. It's gone from 15 upwards to 25 miles per hour. Really a test for the players. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. That was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Moves to -8 for the par. Well, you can see it there. Feels very good about what he's doing. That's a nice par putt. Stays at 6 under. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. We are back at PGA West, getting set to continue the action on the back nine. Beautiful hole here. Rock border that lines the water here at number 10. It's 416 yards.
What a great shot.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. It is a windy day out here, Frank. My hat just blew off. This is going to affect the players' shots, that's for sure. Ooh, the big bopper got a hold of one there. 325 yards. Hello there. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
This is a good-looking shot.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Ready for his second shot, trying to knock it on the green. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Rolling, rolling, rolling the rock, Frank.
Oh, and yet another birdie, Rich. Beautiful stroke.
Just a couple of feet. You may have lost track at home, but we're keeping count. And that is 9 under for the day. Well, we've arrived at our third par 5 of the day here at PGA West. It is the 11th. It is nicknamed, appropriately, Eternity. 617 yards. Officials calling that one around 310 yards. Nice position, short grass, second shot. Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Good lie in the fairway, a good chance to make something happen here.
I'm loving that balance.
That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Just a little tap in here. Well, there's impressive, and then there's mind-boggling. We're at mind-boggling now. 10 under par. Just a great pass at the golf ball, 310 yards, and in the fairway. Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon. That's fine.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag. Oh, solid strike.
Wow, what a shot. Doesn't even need the putter. Frank here at the par 4 12th, getting ready for this approach shot. Good chance for a 3.
There is. Notice the contours on that in your favor with this approach.
Early part of this back 9 and a good approach shot. And now we'll have this for birdie.
It's no snack, though.
Getting set now over the putt. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall.
You see the blend of holes here from the long par 5 to the short par 4, now to the 214-yard par 3 13.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Pure strike. Good result.
Right, and that is close.
And about 210 yards to the flagstick here on this par 3.
Oh, this is heading in the wrong direction.
Uh-oh.
just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
This one measures out to 15 feet. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for Pop.
Well, the great hits just keep coming. Moves to minus 11 on the day. Just a tap in to finish the hole.
Did the job right there. Well, Frank, kind of a make-or-break hole here at the 14th, par 4, 389 yards.
Yeah, for the Cavalier player, you can sort of go at this this green in a more direct line. 290 yards will take all this bunker down the right out of play. Just leave you a flick in here. I'm going to say that's not a bad play, really. If you don't do that, then you just got to thread it down the left.
Missed that one, and it is going towards the rough.
Errant tee shot here, Rich, but going to have to muscle this one out of the rough. There's something about a well-hit shot.
Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is.
No complaints there. In the fairway, down there about 290 yards.
All right, partner, walk us through this approach shot here at the 14th.
You have to respect the back of the screen as it starts to narrow up. The widest part of the screen is the front. The advantage of that, though, if you do leave it a little bit shorter, you are putting uphill.
Midway through this back nine, could use this birdie here at the 14th.
He'll need to be strong with this.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Everybody loves them. Birdie on the card. See if you can get this one to drop. Big birdie putt. Building something very special. 12 under par.
Now to the par 4 15th hole, 468 yards. Frank, what do you like about number 15?
The variation of the bunkering here, Rich, I think is excellent. The bunker that meanders its way down the right side tends to go to the right, and then you start to see those two bunkers down the left side. You've really got to try and take that second one on the left out of play. That requires something in excess of 280 yards. From there on in, you've got a chance. What a great shot.
Wow, that is a monster drive down there, about 315 yards. Frank, golf may be the best sport to follow from this standpoint. You can get closer to the great athlete in golf than you can in any other sport. You could stand 5 feet from Tiger Woods at a tee box as he's getting ready to drive. I mean, that's really unusual in sports.
Yeah, it's a different type of spectator sport, especially if you follow your favorite player all the way around the golf course. Because it's not like waiting for your favorite hitter in a baseball game. You know, you've got to wait several innings. You can literally see him hit every single shot, drive through to putt. This is not heading in the right direction.
Well, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot. This looks like it's going to find the target.
So a tester from 4 feet. Down it. That's a birdie. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. $13 under on the day. Par 5 16th is a slight dog-leg left at 600 yards. Good contact, good result. He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards.
Tom Weiskopf was one of my idols growing up. I loved the way he swung. That swing right there reminds me of my idol.
And it looks like Rory McIlroy finds stick in the follow-through. Second from an excellent lie. Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
From a perfect position, ready to play his next shot. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Can't hide the flag stick from that man. Third shot, looking for a good one. Shouldn't be a problem here. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Count that. That's a birdie.
Well, we've arrived at Alcatraz, the signature hole here at PGA West.
There's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
On the green, and a chance for a birdie. Tugged that one a little bit offline to the left. And he'll pay a bit of a price because that rough is fairly thick. Pretty good result right there, considering...
It looked rough all the way.
Exactly.
Rich, really did.
14 under on the day. This would be nice. Birdie on the card. See if he can make it. Good putt. Well, Frank, hopefully the player has arrived here at 18 in a pretty good frame of mind. If not, you have to be thinking, oh, here we go again. Water left. I mean, you could shoot 100 out here on this golf course if you don't have your best stuff.
Yeah, this is another example of, you're right, if you've got the bad mojo going, this is not the hole you want to be playing. Water left, bunkers right. Somewhere in between, though, this fairway. It's fine.
Frank, what's so compelling about rivalries in sports is that athletes need each other if they're going to go to great heights. Joe Frazier needed Muhammad Ali to solidify his legend. Jack Nicklaus probably needed Arnold Palmer to go to a place that he had not been. And I think that's true across the board as we look at rivalries in sports.
I think it defines careers, Rich. It's not until those players retire that they realized how important it was to have that foe. You know, so often we're living in the present like we are now with Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy. And it's not for years to come that we'll realize the sport wouldn't have been the same with one without the other.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag. Safely on deck.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Frank, this approach shot seems pretty straightforward. Just don't hit it left.
Yeah, it's a tough second shot. It's that visual. Once again, you've got that green that's angled to the left. But once again, like a few holes out here, you do not have to hit directly at this flag. You are allowed to move that flag mentally 15, even 20 feet to the right. There's nothing wrong with that.
Good-looking shot right here. Just 5 feet left. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. And getting ready for the putt. Sinks the putt for birdie. Frank, that was an impressive round out there today.
Couldn't agree more, Rich. We've seen some great shots out there, and I'm excited to see how the rest of this tournament plays out.
EA Sports is proud to present PGA Tour coverage. Today we're located in La Quinta, California, getting set to take on this very challenging course. It's the stadium course at PGA West, designed by none other than the man behind TPC Sawgrass, Pete Dye. Diabolical, Frank. How would you describe the layout of the golf course?
I think diabolical is the first thing that would come to mind. This is how Pete Dye got his reputation, by building these type of golf courses. Matter of fact, in 1987, the players voted. They didn't want to keep coming back here. They thought it was too tough. But it has been used as a tour qualifying site. So if you think it's too tough for the regular pro, you imagine trying to qualify for your PGA Tour card and playing this is a tough test. Oh, beautiful swing, and the result is every bit as good.
Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Frank, over the course of the last 15 years or so, there have been a number of initiatives within the game of golf just to try to grow the sport.
Yeah, we've seen the PGA Junior League, which is a series of competitions, obviously for juniors to play. But the first tee really is worldwide now, just to try and introduce players from all over the world into the game of golf. They're introduced with club professionals. They learn skills that are essential really to play the game of golf. But in 2014 was a real step, what I think, in the right direction to showcase the junior talent around the world with the drive, chip and putt, where you actually get a chance to play the drive, chip and putt final at Augusta National, the home of the Masters.
Imagine young kids, boys and girls, 8 years old, 11 years old, being able to go home and tell their friends, tell their families, hey, I have something in common with Jack Nicklaus, with Arnold Palmer, with Phil Mickelson, with Tiger Woods. I won at Augusta National Golf Club.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
That's how you play the game, right there. Stick it in close and then knock in the birdie.
All right, Frank, break down this approach shot here at hole number 1.
Well, typical Pete Dye confuses you straight out of the gate. Draw off the tee, and then you've got to hit that second shot in left to right. Look at the angle of that green. It points away to the right.
Settles in over the putt. Good putt, and now 1 under par. Will make birdie if this drops. One under early in the round.
Second hole's just 371 yards. Frank, are players licking their chops, thinking they need to make a 3 here?
Yeah, if you can just accept the fact that you're going to have a longer second shot than you'd think for a hole of 370 yards, then that's the first way to overcome this. Just put yourself a short iron in your hand. Do the attacking with the second shot. Long and straight.
That's how you do it.
Well, that's got to be 300 yards, isn't it?
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Good chance for birdie here. Short iron in hand. The approach now to the second hole. Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
All right, Frank, what's the player looking at here on the second hole with the approach shot?
Well, Rich, notice the bunker that cuts into the green on the left side. It turns it into a crescent-shaped green. So really there's 3 distinct sections, the one in the back, the one in the middle, and the front. Just be very wary of where the flag is here.
Makeable putt right here, currently sitting at 1 under for the round. Now at -2 for the day. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Just like that, now at 2 under.
Frank, Pete Dye certainly gives you a variety of holes, and we see that. Granted, 3 par 4s to start, but each one with a different look.
They certainly are, Rich, and it's amazing what one good bunker will do. And the bunker I'm referring to is the one down the left side. That's about 285 yards to carry. It's the sort of bunker that keeps you honest.
Well, that is a really good tee shot right there, Frank.
I think that tipped the 300-yard mark.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Setting up for an approach shot here.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
All right, Frank, what do you think of this second shot here at the third?
Player gets a big opportunity here. Even though this green is 35 yards deep, it just angles away to the left side. As long as you don't leave the ball out that right side, there's a good chance for a birdie here at 3.
Good, clean contact and a nice result. And a chance for birdie coming up. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in.
Really? This is an awkward length.
Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
8-foot putt here. To -2 early in the round. He has this attempt for par. This one just requires a little bit of focus. That takes him to 1 under on the day.
First par 3 of the day. It is the 4th here at PGA West, sitting at just under 200 yards in the card. Good swing, good shot yet again. Frank, it hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
Yeah, you wonder what he was thinking on that. Now, this is not heading in the right direction.
It looks like it's going to be in the rough. Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Second shot coming out of the rough here. All right, the winds are starting to pick up. Frank, you've played in conditions all over the world. What's the right way to approach it?
Well, you've really got to find out, first of all, the direction of the wind, and you have to be certain of it right now. And plus, if there's a gust, that's something you can't, you've got no control over.
These putts keep the round together. Frank, this game will drive you crazy.
Yeah, you can do so many things right, and then just something so simple, completely wrong.
A makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under par. Good stroke right there. That's a par and stays at 1 under. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. That's a bogey. Well, here we are at the 5th hole, a 535-yard par 5 for the long-hitting professionals. Frank, certainly not a long test. What is the challenge here on this hole?
It's another example of great design by Pete Dye. He'll give you the trouble on the left on the tee shot, and then he moves the trouble to the right on the second shot. It's going to get you one way or the other.
He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time. Good contact, good result. Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. Okay, the second shot now at this par 5. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. Oh, looked like he caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much.
And that one lands in the first cut, Frank.
Interesting choice coming ahead here. It'll be interesting to see how he reads this lie.
Frank, just into that first cut.
Yeah, it's sitting up. Really, this isn't too bad a situation.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. And with that putt, he moves to 3 under. Makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under for the round. He's made a birdie. Takes the score to 2 under par. Well, Frank, how about this 255-yard par 3 sixth?
Yeah, there's a bit of a bailout area, sort of short and left, but the only thing really going in the player's favour, it is a big green, 51 yards in depth. So if you want to sort of do the maths in reverse, 255, take away 50, 205 front, it doesn't sound as daunting.
Birdie try up next. Missed that one, and it is going towards the rough. Wayward from the tee, and this one is headed for the rough, Frank. Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. Not a gimme, but well within his range. And that's in for a par.
Second shot.
4 under on the day. We're at the 7th now, 346 yards with plenty of water on that right side. How do you handle this one, Frank?
You've got to pick a target there. A lot of people think when they're laying up off the tee, and that's exactly what this hole is. You just blaze away at something down the left side. But if you're going to pick a tree, don't just pick the tree. Pick a branch or a leaf. Be more specific.
Frank, it makes the game easy when you play it from the fairway.
Especially when you play it from a lie like that.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Frank, through the years, we have seen countless what we would call good ball strikers, great swingers of the golf club. But there is something else that separates those kinds of players with the truly great achievers in the sport. What is it?
Great achievers have more than one plan. I think most players, it's always good if they're playing their golf. But what do you do if your driving is off or if your iron play is off? Do you have a plan B? Great players not only have a plan B, they have a plan C as well. And that's the difference. So when you set foot on the first tee, you've also got to be aware of, what if my driver doesn't go as well as I would like to, or my iron play isn't as sharp? Can I still compete?
So they can turn 74 into a 71.
That's right. And at the end of a 4-day tournament, the 71 doesn't look so bad, even if somebody shot 65 that day. Remember, as you know, and both of us know now, when you look at 4 days, someone always plays average for a day, but they don't play bad.
Golf tournaments aren't 100-yard sprints. They're marathons. Just a couple of feet. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been.
Now we're at the 8th hole here at PGA West in La Quinta, California. 559-yard par 5. Frank, what are the options here?
A good tee shot, you can certainly reach this par 5 and 2. There's a crosswalk that comes across in that vicinity of 330 yards. That's sort of the green light area if you can get it down there. Anything short of that, it becomes very much a three-shotter. But if you can get it close to that crosswalk that goes there, then certainly this becomes opportunity knocks.
From a perfect position, ready to play his next shot. Nice position, short grass, second shot. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I'd
That was just a gutsy shot right there, and a good look at eagle coming up. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag. Really. This is an awkward length.
Continues to putt beautifully. And he's set now over the putt. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall.
Frank, as we arrive here at the par 4 ninth, 452 yards, I hear players like you often say, I'm going to take it on. What do you mean by that, and how does it apply to this particular tee shot?
Well, you have options, obviously. One is to hit it down that right side, which is your best shot. The easy way is obviously to bail it out down the left side, but then you're almost giving into the hole, like you're accepting you're going to make bogey if you're lucky. So in the end, you're forced to go back to option A, which is actually to challenge the best shot you have, which is down the right side.
But this could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards.
Player really needs to be dialed in here. This approach shot is not easy by any stretch here at the ninth.
You can see a little bit off balance on the tee, and that one is going to be in the rough.
You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish, but, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
Should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt.
Came to the putt excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. When you've let one go, you've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
So a tester from 4 feet.
6 under par now.
Just a superb performance on the front side. He's hoping to keep it going here on the back nine, Frank.
The game is so much easier when you're swinging well, putts are going in. Really, you've just got to keep out of your own way. I'm loving that balance.
That is massive off the tee.
Meters, yards, I don't care how you measure that. That's got to be what? 300 meters, 325 yards, something like that.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special. Should be safely on deck.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Now the second shot here at 10. Frank, why are great rivalries so important? Why do we love them?
I think because people like to sit on one side of the fence. You're either for or against a great player. And I think we see that today with Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy. There's the McIlroy fans that think his future is so bright. There's the Woods fans that still want him to pass Jack Nicklaus's record. That's the beauty. You've got to have an opinion, and you have to have a player.
And it is in.
Amazing. Amazing.
Settles in over the putt. Par bid here. Well, you can see it there. Feels very good about what he's doing. That's a nice par putt. Stays at 6 under.
Boy, this is a long par 5, the 11th at PGA West, 617 yards.
Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is.
I mean, he just blasted it down the fairway. Well over 325 yards. Good lie in the fairway. A good chance to make something happen here. Second from an excellent lie. Offline, and I think that one's headed for the rough. Frank, this is always such a difficult spot for a golfer. You just hit one out of bounds, you're trying to regroup.
He's going to need to more than regroup now.
Getting set now for his fourth shot. Took the penalty after hitting it out of bounds.
Yeah, this can get away from him here. This is like cyber vision. Shot after shot, right at the flag.
Just dialed in. So, Frank, he'll take a drop here.
Yeah, he'll take his medicine, take his penalty shot. The hole's not over yet.
Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's he facing?
Well, the lie first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Wow, I thought he made that. He'd settle for par here. Has this to save par. So stays at 6 under with that solid par putt. And he makes it for par. To the par 4 12th here at PGA West, short at 363 yards. Beautiful looking shot right here.
Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Frank here at the par 4 12th, getting ready for this approach shot. Good chance for a 3.
There is. Notice the contours on the green. They sort of slope towards the back and down that left side. So you can actually use that in your favor with this approach.
hide the flag stick for that.
He was just unbelievable, that never deviated offline.
So yet another short iron shot into a par 4 here at the 12th.
Oh, what an incredible shot. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Good, confident stroke. That's what you like to see. Putting for par. Stays at 6 under. And now we're at the par 3, 13th hole, 214 yards. Tugged that one a little bit offline to the left. And he'll pay a bit of a price because that rough is fairly thick. Frank, better than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that looked like it was headed for that thick stuff the whole way, but a little fortunate. But then I guess you're allowed that in this game.
This one doesn't look good.
There's water over there.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Yeah. That's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
So close. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it is going to hurt the cause.
Now to 7 under par. Did the job right there. Well, Frank, kind of a make-or-break hole here at the 14th, par 4, 389 yards.
Yeah, for the Cavalier player, you can sort of go at this this green in a more direct line. 290 yards will take all this bunker down the right out of play. Just leave you a flick in here. I'm going to say that's not a bad play, really. If you don't do that, then you just got to thread it down the left.
Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Really use this one. It's for birdie.
Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Moves to -8. Now to the par 4, 15th hole, 468 yards. Frank, what do you like about number 15?
The variation of the bunkering here, Rich, I think is excellent. The bunker that meanders its way down the right side tends to go to the right, and then you start to see those two bunkers down the left side. You've really got to try and take that second one on the left out of play. That requires something in excess of 280 yards. From there on in, you've got a chance.
Frank, the 15th is called turning home. Time now to turn on the jets, and a good chance.
Yeah, after a good drive, once again, height's going to be rewarded here with the second shot. See the way that green is protected by the bunkers. So if you can come in here really high, get that to land soft, there's a lot of flags on this green that you can go at.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here. Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
And setting up here in the rough. No way. He hold it, Frank.
Great pitch shot.
Just 5 feet left. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Par 5 16th is a slight dogleg left at 600 yards. No complaints there. In the fairway, down there about 290 yards. He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time. Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5, his second shot. Good lie in the fairway, and a good chance to make something happen here. Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Slight waggle, relaxed arms, ready to go. That will be a great look at birdie. Playing his third here at the par 5. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Well, there's impressive, and then there's mind-boggling. We're at mind-boggling now. 10 under par. Has it. That's birdie.
Well, Frank, the most famous island green obviously is TPC Sawgrass, Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida. Pete Dye's creation. People forget this is also an island green here in the California desert.
And it's called Alcatraz, and I've never heard of anyone trying to break into Alcatraz.
Can't hide the flagstick from that man. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. So a tester from 4 feet. Just playing great. 14 under already. You love to watch him disappear, don't you? Well, Frank, hopefully the player has arrived here at 18 in a pretty good frame of mind. If not, you have to be thinking, oh, here we go again. Water left. I mean, you could shoot 100 out here on this golf course if you don't have your best stuff.
Yeah, this is another example of, you're right, if you've got the bad mojo going, this is not the hole you want to be playing. Water left, bunkers right. Somewhere in between, though, this fairway.
But this could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it.
Just an ideal lie, Frank. What can he do from here?
Well, if he takes advantage of the tee shot now and goes at this flag, then he will certainly gain on the field. It's fine.
That is an unusual golf swing, but those have worked throughout time. Lee Trevino, Ray Floyd, Jim Furyk. They've done all right, haven't they? And this is looking really good. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Frank, this approach shot seems pretty straightforward. Just don't hit it left.
Yeah, it's a tough second shot. It's that visual. Once again, you've got that green that's angled to the left. But once again, like a few holes out here, you do not have to hit directly at this flag. You are allowed to move that flag mentally 15, even 20 feet to the right. There's nothing wrong with that. Safely on deck.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Can't wait to write those on the card. One below par. Chalk it up. It's a birdie. This for birdie. 12 under on the day.
Frank, you have to like what you saw out there today.
I certainly did. Swing is excellent right now. Stroke, there's nothing wrong with that. Really, just it's a case of getting out of your own way. I mean, the opportunities ahead now, chance to win, just they have to be so motivating.
This is EA Sports coverage of the PGA Tour. Welcome to TPC Sawgrass, known for one of the most terrifying holes in all of golf, the 17th Island Green. This is Rich Lerner alongside my colleague Frank Nobilo for EA Sports, and we'll be calling all the action for today's event. Frank, you're no stranger to this layout, and you can get huge swings late in the championship. 16's the reachable par 5. We know what can happen at 17. And 18 with water all along the left, that's just one of the most daunting tee shots in the game.
You've got three of the biggest shots that you really have to sort of muscle up to. You're right, 16's reachable, therefore an eagle is a possibility. But also we've seen 6s and 7s. 17, we've seen 2s, 4s, 5s, 6s, 7s, you name it. You keep hitting. Just ask Sean O'Hare a few years ago when he had a chance to win the championship. And, of course, 18, one of the most uncomfortable tee shots because you've got to hit it in the neck of that fairway. Oh, if this is up, it's good.
It's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Good-looking shot right here. What a display of shot-making this has been, Frank.
That incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
Frank, what's the best way to get at this first hole?
Ideally, you want to go with a short iron. Makes it easier to keep the ball on the right level.
Frank, can one small tweak from an instructor lead to a big turnaround?
With the right player, yeah. You just want to hear the right message. It's like anyone in life. You just want to be pointed in the right direction.
Shouldn't be a problem here. Has the putt, and now at -1. So they'll tap in. One under early in the round. Second hole here at Sawgrass, 532-yard par 5. Frank, considered one of the easier holes on the golf course, is that right?
Yeah, you don't have to hit it miles down there. Anything that turns a little to the player's left certainly helps. There are some trees down the left side. Just want to avoid those.
And that's going to stay on the fairway here at the second hole.
In the beginning, Pete Dye, Dean Beeman, they were fending off rattlesnakes with a machete. It was pure swampland, and they moved heaven and earth to create this golfing stadium.
It was an amazing investment. They bought the land for just $1. But what it's turned into now, the Players' Championship at the Players' Club, it really stands for a lot in our sport. This is really the home of professional golf in the United States. And the players know it, so each time the Players' Championship comes around and they put their names on that registration sheet, they hope that their name goes on the trophy.
And he steps up to take this shot from the fairway. Well, that's how you play the game, right there. These winds have held up all day long, definitely playing a part in the shot making we're seeing out there today.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
Settles in over the putt. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Makeable putt right here, currently sitting at 1 under for the round. So 2 under early on. This would give him an eagle. Nice, solid start to the round. Tee to Green looks to be in command.
Yeah, it's surprising. I thought he might have been a little shaky out of the gate, but certainly proved me wrong.
Well, that is a ball-striking clinic right there. Another dazzling approach shot. Pretty close. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Locked in on the read and the speed. Good putt and a good move. Now to 4 under. Not a gimme, but well within his range. -3 now for the round. Hole number 4 here at TPC Sawgrass. 384-yard par 4 deep fairway bunker to the right of the landing zone. You want to avoid that. What else is there to look out for, Frank?
Those huge mounds on the left, they're just as penal really as the bunker on the right. So this is one where you have to pick an object in the distance. Really focus on that.
Frank, you've played in conditions all over the world. Here come the winds now. What's the mindset?
Well, this is really what separates the men from the boys. This is where you've got to tell yourself, and it's an advantage to you. Obviously, the scores will go up a little bit, given the conditions. But once again, this is going to suit the stronger player today.
You like the old phrase, swing easy when it's breezy?
Definitely when you're hitting it into a head breeze. But down breeze, tee it up a little bit, try and ride that wind some more. There's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
That's how you play the game, right there. Stick it in close, and then knock in the birdie.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
This won't hurt him. Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
Could it be?
Whoa, what a bonus.
Just 5 feet left. Nothing wrong with that par putt. Fifth hole here at TPC Sawgrass. Long par 4. What's the challenge, Frank?
Depending, if you're long or short hitter, the long hitters have the luxury of taking it over the corner of the bunker down the right. Shorter hitters really play at that bunker down the left, 320 run out.
Nice. Looks good. Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Frank, this has been impressive. Game plan, stuck to it, hitting some quality shots.
He's really done his homework on the golf course, swinging well. And, there's a few holes to go, too. And this round could get even better.
This is the second shot at the par 4. This is a good-looking shot. Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Now the second shot here at the 5th. What's the best play here, Frank?
If the flag's back right, there's nothing wrong with being in the middle of the green. Actually, nothing wrong with being in the middle of the green no matter where the flag is.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Continues to amaze, yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Just a couple of feet. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, what do you think of the 6th? Pretty short par 4.
It is, but you come out of that sort of corridor and fairway opens up and then it narrows up, bunkers to be around. Very, very few people hit driver here.
Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
That's in the fairway.
Setting up for the approach, this player in total command.
Yeah, it's beautiful. The decision-making, club selection's being spot on, but the execution, the swing, is really what I'm admiring right now.
This won't hurt him, Frank.
Just a little left of the flag. That's fine.
No doubt they'll be happy with that shot. Well played. Frank, how do you size up the approach shot now at the 6th?
Ideally, you'd want to have a good yardage in here. Something where you can hit a nice, high, lofted short iron to make sure that you don't mess with those palm trees.
Should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Now that is a shot that will be replayed over and over. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Six under par now. Frank, the 7th hole here at the TPC Sawgrass, vintage Pete Dye, isn't it?
It is. Anything other than straight confuses the player off the tee. But there's 3 pot bunkers down the right side. Just inside that last little pot bunker on the left of that, it's actually a pretty good line.
Beautiful looking shot right here.
That's fine.
315. He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time. Strategically, Frank, how do you like to play this hole?
You've got to be aware of where you don't want to go. That front right bunker is probably the easiest bunker shot on this hole, but there's a little pot bunker on the left. That one there, always difficult to get it up and down.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
This one's sitting up perfectly in the fairway. Only a 135-yard shot. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Eight is not enough. That is 8 under par with that birdie. Settles in over the putt. So with that make, now at 7 under par. Frank, 17 here at TPC Sawgrass gets all the attention when you look at the par threes. Justifiably so. But number 8 is a daunting challenge in its own right.
It is. Longest of the 4 par threes. Plus, it's just littered with bunkers around the side, the back, and the front.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot. Missed that one, and it is going towards the rough.
You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish, but, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
Frank, that's what you want to do. Good lag putt.
Yeah, they can't all go in.
This is a 19-foot putt. Came to the putt, excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. When you've let one go, you've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in. Well, for such a strong man, a weak putt.
Now I'll have to make this just to avoid making Michael Bublé.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. That's how you maintain momentum and make those putts for par. Nudge this one home, finish it up. 7 under on the day. Frank, what do you make of the final hole here on the front side, the 583-yard par 5 ninth?
Just depends on how much you want to risk here. If you hit a good drive down the right side, it's certainly gettable for 2. But you can make an absolute mess here at 9. Oh, that's it. New member of the 300-yard club.
Good poke right there. Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is. Second shot.
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up.
Frank, when you think layup shot on a par 5, you think it's easy. This isn't necessarily that simple, is it?
No, you've got to keep the ball to the right. Otherwise, those overhand.
Frank, how about that?
Oh, can you believe that, too? I mean, could have hit the flag and bounced away instead. Straight in. Amazing shot. And really deserves it. Rich, that was some shot out of the rough. I really didn't think he could even get that on the green.
Well, just to get it on the green, as you say, I think is a big win.
It's no snack, though.
He has this for par. Good work right there. He'll settle for par. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back. Tom Weiskopf was one of my idols growing up. I loved the way he swung. That swing right there reminds me of my eye.
It looks like Rory McIlroy, Frank, sticking the follow-through. Well, he pays a price for that.
Yeah, when you don't see the top of the ball in the rough, you know it's not sitting pretty. You need a bit of force to extract one out of there.
Early part of his back nine and a good approach shot. Now we'll have this for birdie. Second shot coming out of the rough here.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read.
Just when you think you're going to make birdie. Now, have to really concentrate on this and at least make par.
9 under for the round. Moves to -8. Now the time to be aggressive. Par 5, 558-yard, 11th hole, Frank. What's the key here?
Tee it high and let it fly. This is the big chance here. This is one of the widest fairways on the golf course. This is where you chance it all.
Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon.
Well, that is a really good tee shot right there, Frank.
I think that tipped the 300-yard mark.
Nice position, short grass, second shot.
That one is bunker bound, it looks like.
That one is in the bunker. And he steps up to take this shot from the fairway.
Frank, I think what sets golf apart from other sports is that the fan can get so close to the great athlete as the round is being played.
Well, that's why the sport itself, and we consider it more intimate for that reason. Most golf spectators play the game. Whereas other sports, you don't see NFL players sitting in the grandstand. You see spectators, but most golf fans are golfers.
Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. Third shot coming up now from the bunker. On the green in regulation. He'll need to be strong with this.
Well, from in trouble, Rich, at least he's back in play.
On the fairway from the rough. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Wow, I can't believe he found the cup on that one.
Clean up on aisle 5.
That is professional with a capital P right there.
That's stealing.
Frank, what's so much fun about TPC Sawgrass is the excitement that it generates for a fan and how many different holes there are. 12 is a good example.
Yeah, 12 looks like it's fresh from Scotland. You can see why Pete Dye spent a lot of time over there. Tee shot looks straight away, but the second shot is blind. The shot you'd get in Scotland with a wedge where you just see the top of the flagstick and you've got to really guesstimate on the yardage that you have. But a good wedge shot and someone that can judge their distance, this is certainly a birdie hole.
Long drive, but a bad lie.
Wicked.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Second shot, good look at the green. This is a good-looking shot. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
He has this for birdie. Now minus 10 for the round. Continues to amaze, yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Frank, 17 gets so much attention here at the TPC Sawgrass, but 13 par 3 is exciting in its own right.
It is, and it's actually more difficult than 17. One of the reasons it's longer, and also the green here. 17 obviously has two sections in it, front and top. This has, I don't think there's a flat piece on it. And every now and again we watch a ball roll all over this green and actually find the cup for the odd ace.
Frank, looks like he came over just a little bit.
Yeah, that one wasn't pretty, but it's still gonna get away with it.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Stuck the follow through right there. This could be really good. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall.
Frank, you think about the great putters of all time. I think the one name that generally jumps up with golf aficionados is Ben Crenshaw, and he learned to play and to putt from his beloved longtime instructor Harvey Piening, who taught Ben and Tom Kite and some others to play from, as he said it, from the cup backwards. You know, everybody loves power. We all like to drive it a long ways, but Harvey stressed the importance of the little shots, and obviously it paid off with Ben Crenshaw.
Frank, ball is in the rough here. What are the problems on this next shot?
Well, this is really where the skill level comes in. A good putt. This is where the good player separates himself from the rest.
That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that hanging in the sky. Oh, that's it. New member of the 300-yard club.
Good poke right there. Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster instead. Actually, a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Drops for a par. So a tester from 4 feet. Well, the great hits just keep coming. Moves to -11 on the day. Just before we get to what they call the gauntlet, 16, 17, and 18, 15 requires all of your attention, doesn't it, Frank?
Personally, I think this is the prettiest hole on the golf course, Rich. I've actually often gone back there and taken pictures. Just a gentle dogleg to the right. You come out of the chute. Seems to be a generous fairway. You just get a little view of the bunker down the right side, but virtually there's no lip there, so that's not a concern. The green, all sorts of weird and wonderful waves on it, well protected by a big bunker on the left, and there's two little pot bunkers out on the right that, well, if you're first time around, you might notice.
Headed for the bunker?
Not quite what he was hoping for. The tee shot in the bunker.
All right, Frank, second shot.
Yeah, it looks like a good lie. Just take maybe half a club more than the distance allows. Still got to check the wind. Don't have to fly the ball all the way to the flag from here.
Just a bit offline.
Yeah, the hard work's coming up now, though. That's a long way away.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Pretty long putt right here. You'd be happy to get it to within 2-3 feet. Looks like he just misread that. Shouldn't be a problem here. Never a bad score on the card. That's par. Just 5 feet left. Just an unbelievable round thus far. And 12 under on the day. You licking your chops here, Frank, as a player, when you get to this tee box?
Well, it's an opportunity. A 4 here certainly makes the mood better when you walk to 17 and then 18. So a 4 here is more than just making a birdie on a par 5.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. There are a number of really good and important grow the game initiatives out there. One of those is the First Tee program, and that allows youngsters who otherwise might not have an opportunity, the chance to put a golf club in their hands, allows them the chance to pick up this game and learn some of the core values that come along with it. It's about much more than making a score. It's about integrity. It is about responsibility, values like that. And this game is so good in instilling those kind of characteristics in young people. Not looking good, Frank.
I think it's wet.
Good news is, was able to retrieve the golf ball.
Yeah, on dry land, and can he carry it this time, though?
Playing his 4th shot after the 3rd was wet. 2nd from an excellent lie.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Frank, this is one you don't practice, but sometimes you have to do it. Time for the drop.
Yeah, it should be the easiest shot in golf. You've just paid for it.
Good-looking shot right here. Well, that's what the great ones do. From the rough, they use their skill and their strength to get it out and get it close. This requires a lot of speed through the ball. Locked in on the read and the speed. Ooh, so close. Just broke away at the last second. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Knocking down all the shots today, now at 13 under. Just a couple of feet. So that's a drop shot.
Through the years, Frank, there have been 6 aces here at 17.
But it's hard to imagine that the last one was back in 2002 by none other than the most interesting man in the game and probably the most interesting par 3 in the game.
Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
Frank, that's not one you're necessarily thinking about making.
No, just good putt, though. There's no two ways about that. He's putting well.
Oh my goodness, he just missed that. And that was almost tap-in distance.
Well, that's just a poor putt, Frank, and now let's hope he doesn't make a Michael Bublé.
He's hardly going to be singing after that one.
Has this one for par. 11 under on the day. So just a formality here.
He's made it. Now one of the more difficult holes in golf. The 18th here at Sawgrass, 462-yard par 4. In 2013, this hole averaged .39 strokes above par. What makes it so challenging, Frank?
Just that big body of water that to the left of 18 here that's also shared to the right of 9. Not a single fairway bunker on this 18th hole. So really, lack of definition. It's so hard to find a target here.
Frank, really challenging second shot here at the home hole, the 18th.
You have to be decisive going in here. You can see all the trouble in front of you. Water left, that mounding on the right. Neither place really is good to go. So somehow you've got to muster up your best shot.
Missed that one, and it is going towards the rough.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. He'll need to be strong with this.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Everybody loves him. Birdie on the card.
Frank, I have to say, I've been impressed by the level of golf today. Really came out here with a solid game plan and executed.
And consequently, a very solid round. Continuing with that kind of play can certainly put you in the winner's seat.